all my items added to all the orders, the last thing I have to do is to actually select the actual rate. One thing you'll notice down here, if I scroll to the right in step number 3, the pay rate name column is already populated with 75%. Again, because Lisa Welch in her setup, she already has that pay rate tied to her, so I don't have to do anything there. So the billing rate name, that is blank. That's because I have not chosen the billing rate yet. So that's what we're going to do now. In step 3, click Set Rates. Your Set Rates window will appear, and if you'll notice, the billing rate is blank. That's because nothing's been selected yet. Click your binoculars, your Look Up Billing Rate button, and you'll see your list of rates appear, and you're simply going to select the rate you want to use for this particular job. So you can highlight, click Select, and now you have the ability, if you want, like if only Daniel Berg was getting standard rates, you could check off Daniel Berg's order, click Save, and you could choose a different billing rate and apply it to other orders. So you can select different rates per orders if you have the need to. In my example, I'm just going to select Check All and click Save and Close. So that will automatically make that appear down here. Now that I have my rate selected, it's time for me to calculate the invoice. So let's go up to the top left of the window, click Calculate Invoices. Your Calculate Invoices box is going to appear. Just go ahead and click Calculate again. And you can kind of see after I click Calculate there, I actually have amounts down here. So for billing and pay. So once you calculate after you choose the rate, that's when RB knows what amounts to apply. Last thing to do, let's click over to the billing button up here. And what this will actually do is this actually opens up a new function. It opens up the billing function. Okay, where it will specify and show you the specific invoices generated for that job you were working on. If I wanted to take a look at one of these invoices, you can simply right-click and select Preview Invoice. Here's what the RB8 invoice looks like. Okay, so again, remember Daniel Berg, the Bergsteiner Chapman, theirs was itemized bill, so that's why all the items are displayed. So keep in mind, this will be your invoice job case information up here. This will be your company specified. Remember, you can replace this text with an invoice logo, and that's done by adding the logo to your business unit setup under the setup menu. So for your bill to client, here's your invoice, original and one certified copy of transcript of, the witness name, all the items. Here's my actual invoice message. And then down here at the bottom, here's your remit to. So remember, keep in mind, you do have 4 invoice templates to work with. This is our standard one. But also, I'll show you this real quick. On each computer, you click on Personal and User Preferences. You'll have an Invoices tab here where you can choose from one of our 4 invoice templates. In this case, let me show you what the credit card one with Amex, MasterCard, and Visa looks like. So let's go back and look at that invoice again. And now if I scroll down, there you go. You have a credit card payment box. So we give you 4 different invoice templates. 2 with the credit card box, 1 with Amex, 1 without. The standard one which you saw before, which doesn't have this box altogether. And then we give you 1 with no remit to section, where this whole bottom section is gone. Basically, we take the bottom line of this and push it all the way down to the bottom. Keep in mind, when you're going through your billing process, you'll see the word draft on your invoices. That's to protect you guys from sending out an unfinished copy of the invoice. It will say draft on the invoice until you actually post it. If you're just getting used to RB, a lot of clients, what they'll do is initially they will generate the invoices, make sure they're right, and you can actually post right from here. So if you click post, the word draft will disappear right on the screen. So from that point, then you can print it out, or you could send it to the repository if you have RB Web, or if you had an email address, you can email it to the client. Once you post an invoice, it disappears from the billing function. So the billing function in RB8 will only display unposted invoices. If you ever need to find your posted invoices or print a copy of them, that's when you would use reprint posted invoices under the billing menu. If you're used to posting invoices from the outside, like if you knew these were done, then what you could do is you could highlight them both, and you could right-click and select Post and Send. Now, the Send portion will do whatever you have checked. So in my example, print and archive. If you don't want to send it to any one of these options, just select Post Invoices, and they'll disappear. So I could actually now show you click on billing, reprint posted invoices. If we look at invoice 8 today, here's my 3 invoices. So if I needed to, you could print or send, or preview or send, excuse me, current or original invoices. All right, so in keeping in thought with the reprint posted invoices, that is one of the new things with RB2 is you can send a current or an original invoice. Current will be an invoice with an actual lower balance. So even if you have a partial payment, it will show an invoice with a lower amount. I don't have an example of one. Even if it had a 0 balance, then you can print up a $0 invoice balance as well now in RB8. So it'll show payments and credits or debits and charges and then give it a new balance. So that's the current invoice.